What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be making my first Pokemon Go video. I know a lot of people have been trying to solo tier 3 raids lately because they say it's kind of like the only real end game anymore. People have a lot of complaints about the gym battle system. That's not what I'm here to talk about. As you can see, I woke up this morning and I was lucky enough to see like 3 tier 3 raids. So I'm just looking to do one of those. I'm looking for the Arcanine right now. I've got class in like 49 minutes, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do any more. I looked at the darkness too long, no one stirs back. So like I said, I'm going to be focusing on this Arcanine. Doesn't mean I can't catch some stuff. I've heard the Poliwags are not going to be too bad into the Reggie Ice Pokemon, the Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel, Reggie Rock. Because not only is it going to have fighting type moves, which are super effective, I think water resists, all of those types. So even though it's not going to have the highest CP, I think it'll be a decent counter that a lot of people can afford. So I'm stocking up right now. So we're walking up on the gym. This is it's this piece of art right here. Welcome to the inside. Trying articulation. Welcome to the inside. It feels like madness with the wind inside. Welcome to the inside. How can we be found? How can we be found? When light can't reach into shadow, how can we be found? When light can't reach into me, it's trapped in between hell and myself. The only way out is 6 feet deep. 6 feet deep. Dark flag, how can we be found? Dark flag, burning to the ground. So, I did manage to take him out. It was my 4th try though. I have done this guy before, so I know I can do it. Which is why I was kind of surprised it took so many times when I haven't changed anything about my Pokemon. And it was the same charge move I've beaten twice before. I almost didn't beat him, and I thought I had not only enough power, but I thought I had more than enough power. And it really goes to show that even once you have the Pokemon you think you're going to need, and with the right moves, and the right stats, and the right CP, you're gonna have to execute it perfectly. For now, I'm gonna try to catch this bad boy. Lucky for me, Instinct already had the gym, and I got 14 balls. But it didn't really matter because I got him first ball anyways. So the things I think that made the second battle, or rather the 4th battle, go differently than the first 3. Once I buckled down, realized I probably couldn't do it unless I really tried and executed it exactly the right way. Some of those things were, I think, the order of your Pokemon. Just because you have the right ones, and you can scrape by, doesn't mean that you can do it in any order. So what you want to do is you want to get your guys that will be effectively the squishiest, and will probably go down the fastest to the raid boss you're fighting. You want to put those up first before he generates his energy, because then he's going to be nailing you with his charge move. And Vaporeon is not weak to his charge move. This Arcanine had Fire Blast instead of Wild Charge, but he doesn't resist it like Golem does. So I think having Golem to tank those instead of Vaporeon was one reason I did better the fourth time than the first time. Because the first time I went in with Golem thinking he's going to have Wild Charge. I don't know what I was thinking. On top of the order of the Pokemon, I think that dodging is probably the most important technique that you can work on. Because it's not just being able to dodge, it's knowing when to dodge. So Fire Blast is pretty easy to see coming. So you effectively could dodge all of them with a little bit of practice, but that doesn't mean you want to, because every time you dodge, you're losing some of that damage. And like I said a bunch of times while I was fighting it, the enemy is really the timer, not the Pokemon you're trying to fight. So if you're losing damage per second, you're likely going to lose the fight. So you only want to dodge what's going to help you net more damage over time. So when a charge move would have killed me and I would not have been able to get off another Hydro Pump or Stone Edge, that's when I would use it. But since I had enough Pokemon in the chamber, I didn't really need to worry about them feigning and me losing the battle that way. Another thing I'd like to point out about how difficult it was for me is that even with the right technique, since I only had 5 seconds left, I feel like that says a lot about how hard it would be for somebody who's a lower level than I am. And although I'm only level 35, a lot of players are trying to do this around 30, 31, and even as low as like 29 if they can get their Pokemon up to level 30. So if your resources are limited and you're not sure what to use them on, but you do think you have enough to try, I would recommend going as close to 6 Hydro Pump Vaporeons as possible. They're the no-brainer winner, and I would only go with Golem if 1, you knew it was going to be Wild Charge, or 2, you just can't get that many Vaporeons. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any more questions about how I did it, or what I would recommend, or why I did something so badly, like maybe you noticed something I didn't about my technique, just point it out, ask me a question, I'd be happy to answer yours, and I'd be happy to learn new things so that it doesn't get such a tight squeeze next time, because I have class in 11 minutes.